Before making and applying your bandage, it is very important to make sure that you have clean hands. Now, there is a high likelihood that you will not have access to soap, which means it is very important for you to find a freshwater source such as a lake or a river or even water bottles if you have those on you, and use that to scrub your hands thoroughly and make sure that they are as clean as possible. Once your hands are clean, you're going to take some of that same fresh water and flush the open flesh wound with that water. And that just involves pouring the water over the wound. Don't touch it with your hands, just flush it out with the water to ensure that it is as clean as possible before you get ready to bandage it. Now you're ready to make your actual bandage, so you're going to take your t-shirt or piece of cloth or whatever you have that you're going to use, and for the purposes of this video, we are going to cut from the bottom of the shirt up to the neck, and the goal by the end is to have a strip of cloth that you can wrap around, or for this video we're going to say arm, because most people, when warding off zombies, use their arms and end up getting bitten on the outsides of their arms. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to be bandaging the outside of the arm. So when you cut the bandage out of your shirt, you're going to want a strip that would appropriately fit around an arm. So judging by the size of the wound, that's how thick you can determine you want your bandage to be. Like I said previously, there is a good chance that you likely will not have scissors, but if you do, you're going to take your scissors, and let's see, you're going to make a little incision at the bottom of the shirt, and you can either cut all the way up to the neck, or you can tear it. Like I said, you don't have to have scissors. Just for convenience purposes, we're going to use scissors. You can just tear it with your hands if you like. Then once you've cut all the way from the bottom up to one side of the neck, you're going to cut from the bottom up to the other side of the neck. Once you've cut or torn from the bottom of the shirt up to either side of the neckline, you will have what you can then use as your bandage. Okay, so like I said earlier, we're going to pretend that my bite is on the outside of my arm in the bicep-tricep area. So now that you have your bandage, you're going to take it and hold it to your body with your arm, making sure that you have about an equal amount of fabric in the front and the back, because you're going to need plenty of fabric on both sides to be able to tie it. So now you're going to tie your bandage into a knot using one hand and your mouth, because obviously your other hand is occupied. So you're just going, just like you're tying your shoes, you're going to cross one behind the other, this. You can put one side in your mouth and one side with your hand, and pull to tighten just like that. Now to complete your knot, you're just going to cross over one more time, just like you did previously, and you can pull to tighten again, until your knot is nice and fitted, and then you can rotate the bandage, make sure it's tight enough, because the whole purpose of this is to stop the blood flow. So you can move the knot to the back and adjust your bandage to the width of your wound. And tuck the knot in, just so you don't have strands hanging all over the place. And once you've adjusted to the width of your wound, you have your bandage.